positive light, positive vibes and stuff. And uh, I was watching people videos and stuff. They was sharing stories about how they went through different things in life. How this one guy got a job with Nike, and he was fired. We know jobs are very hard to come by these days, and also the job market is very unfair. And unfortunately, it's not a good time for us for colors. It's sad, but it's real. And he got fired and stuff. And the thing about it is poor management. Poor management. Poor management would be that you get hired for a job, but basically they're going to train you, but not train you 100 completely because they don't have room to fire you. It's sad that the world moves like that, but of course, obstacles are something we have to climb, and you can't take it personal. They have a body. They have amount of people that need to fulfill these spots, and most times they want to hire people already in the family. They're not even trying to keep you there. They just want you there for the time being because it looks good. And I know in human resources, you have to feed a quota to show that you was actively looking for work, and you know it's sad, but he's a young guy, so he took it personal, like most young people do. They take it personal because it hurts your feelings, even older people. But it's sad though. But he just freshly came out of college, so a college grad. That means you still gonna have a good possibility of career. Just don't give up that quickly. Because life goes challenges and changes and stuff. And it doesn't matter how many changes you go through, it's how many times you bounce back. Because we are going to go through different things in life, like we feel as though we should have a job or certain jobs we feel that we're overqualified for, or maybe qualify for and don't get the job. I know you've been through that before. It's like this job was perfect for me, but it didn't come to you and stuff like that. And I definitely know that experience. I've been through that tons of times, and most times you probably have to. But as a bounce back person, they just bounce back. The world is cold, but we speak positivity into the light and stuff, and just like when people want to kind of get the career started as far as a singer, actor, there will be a lot of news in order to do anything in life, but you just can't take it personal. You have to keep going forward. A lot of times we apply for jobs and stuff like that, and we don't get the job, and we like, this job was perfect for me. It's almost as if it was made for you, but you didn't get it, but it's okay. I've been in that spot, most people have. And the thing is, it's not the end of the world. You just keep moving forward. You keep moving forward. You take it through bumps and bruises and just get back up again. Because the thing about it is, that's life. It's going to keep you balanced and let you know that things are not going to go exactly where you want to go. But reality is, you ain't stopping. You're just going to keep on going, keep on going. You may hit the ground or hit the ground a few times, hit the ground running. And it's funny because a lot of times we got jobs we were like, this job is perfect for me. It's like the Lord, you set this job up perfectly for me. But I didn't get it because that wasn't your job. Just because things may seem a certain way that seem line up for you perfectly, don't mean that it's for you. Everything may shine, does not glimmer, and also there is a reason why you're not going there. And the thing is that even though you're in a situation where you feel like you was prepared for that job, but there was another job that was for you. It was designed and put up on the internet just for you. So even though you may feel as though that was the perfect one for me, that was the one, you don't know that. And of course, a lot of times we get disappointed and stuff. We just want to give up. No, we don't do that. We don't give up. We keep going. And hey, and Sharon, what's the mama? So we just keep going. And it's fun because now I'm starting to job hunt again. I went through the whole going through it, self sabotaging, depressed and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I have to rethink this whole thing. I have to rethink how I'm handling it, how am I approaching it. Maybe I need to put more information out when I try to sell myself and people not know who I am and I keep a lot of information away. Hey Owen. And the thing is, hey S child, we get disappointed. Especially when you feel like this is perfect. I've had jobs I thought was perfect for me and never got it. But you know what I did? I got back up and keep going. And I said, there's something else out there for me, and this ain't the one. So it's okay. Just keep going. So now I've been looking for a job and stuff like that, and now I'm more actively looking because I wasn't really actively looking before. I just say, you know what? I'm just gonna ride it on out and it's gonna happen. But it's so many things that's happened to me this year so far that's been discouraging and encouraging, and also a bounce back policy, which I am introduced to because of positivity. But we get tired of it always the challenges and changes and turnarounds. And I was listening to Kanye West song today. I didn't even know he made a gospel album, but I was like, oh, okay. So let me check it out. So I was listening to it. I was like, this is really. I'm looking for nobody about Kanye West. I love this man music. I love his music. Maybe because he's Gemini like me, but he cannot do no wrong in my sight. Everything he touches, I love it. I love it. I just do. And it's amazing to me. I like a lot of people, but I really like his. I noticed that about him. Anytime he put out a new album or something, it's been just so magical to me. It's almost hit me almost as if we're going through the same thing. Hey Anna, what's up, Mama? Why would you worry, Mama? Oh, Nova. Um, what's wrong with Nova? Miss Anna, what's wrong with Nova? You know, only thing you could do for Anna is pray for her. Because unfortunately she has to get to a certain within her time, and that's the only way you can kind of help her. Nova, they got Nova right there. Just pray for Nova. Pray for her to get strength and pray for her to start waking up to a lot of things that's around her. Tell her to wake up. Pray for her to wake up for being gullible. Because she believes in flowers and lilies and throwing flowers and lilies. But the world is not so much flowers and lilies. So the reaction as far as being harsh reality is a harsh reality. She got in a fight with, what is that? She got into a fight with the Tinkerbell, and Tinkerbell boy was sending brother to fire. Who's Tinkerbell? Tinkerbell threatened me, and I threatened back. But Nova, I'm not promoting violence, but I'm gonna be honest with you. You have to stand up for yourself. Just be mindful of the words that come out of your mouth. Don't say nothing that's too detrimental or to your soul, your spirit, or just block them. It's pretty simple. Just block them. You don't have to deal with no situation. You have to go through. Just block them. And block them. And block them the next day. Block them. Every time they see you, something, block them. You eliminate all the BS. Because it's not worth it. It's not working your blood pressure up and stuff like that. But it's the best way, because the best way to get back at a bully is just block them, because they get upset because they can't get what they want to say to you and destroy your peace. You protect your peace. Say, oh, there's one way I could deal with this, or another way. I can return energy, or I could just become a very malicious person. But if you're not built like that, don't do that. If it's not in your spirit or your heart, don't do it. Don't become a mean person. Don't train places with people who are mean. Just block them. Just save yourself a lot of stress. And I do it all the time. I block people. I just blocked somebody a few minutes ago. I just blocked somebody a few minutes ago before I went this live. I always tell them the block party is always active and opening. I don't understand why people have to be so vicious and mean and stuff like that, disrespectful, but It's not my world. I just have to participate with the people that's in the world and also align with, well, participate with them or block them. I choose to block them. I protect my peace. You know, don't lose your word as to what you're going to eat tonight, what you're going to fix, hot dogs and pork beans, some cold cuts, or some liver or some, you know. But it's just crazy. I don't. The world is so dark right now. It's so dark, and excuse me. I try to be mindful of the dark energy that's out here. It's a lot of dark energy, but just be mindful. You don't have to participate in it. You don't have to participate in it. You could just block them. I block people all the time. You know why? Because I don't care. I make you so mad because you want to say something to me so bad, but you block. You want to tell me off again, but you block. You can't tell me off because you block. And they be pissed off. And it's funny to me. But anyway. Tinkerbell threatened me. Who is Tinkerbell? Oh my God, these names, I can't. Where y'all come up with these names from? Tinkerbell. But you know what? Tinkerbell's out without Peter Pan. That's only only Tinkerbell I knew was Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. And that's maybe that's a little too old for y'all. Y'all probably didn't know Peter Pan. And then on top of that, you know it is what it is. Hey, Aunt Esther, what's up, boo? Hey, Raven, hello. How are you, sweetie? Yeah, so, just remember positively. This is the thing you have to understand. When you're trying to do things that are positive, it's going to be an equal of negative that's going to come. You have to realize when you're trying to build, there'll be something that's equal trying to destroy you. As long as you're aware of it, you won't get upset. So you can't get upset because you already know. You don't want it to happen, but if it does happen, you're aware. It's almost like going into a building that's on fire. You already was on fire, so what are you going to do? Go in it anyway? You already know what's going on, so what do you do? Anyway. My ex called me up. He asked me, can I come see you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't want you to see me. It's funny when you care about somebody more than they care about you. We got to this big argument, which now I'm telling my business. We got to this big argument and stuff. I was like, this is the thing about him and I. He's like the perfect boyfriend straight from God. I swear this man is so perfect for me. It's almost as if God sat down and said, this one, carved him out perfectly. He's nice looking. He's cute. He's younger than me, of course. He'll borrow it. He's like, I'm 6 feet. The boy is 6'6", so he's 6 feet 6'6". So he's told me. So I come to him about, and he loves me, but I can't say that freely like he loves because I don't know if it's accurate. That's my opinion, but also my opinion. I'm a Gemini, so I flip flop a lot. I got blonde hair, black hair. I flip flop it out. I don't know who's gonna come on the next live. We don't know, but anyway, I love him, but I love many. Oh, mothers live. Oh, I lay low anyway. So he was like, "Can I come see you?" No. I want to say yeah, but my answer is no. I want to say, "Come on over. I'd love to see you," but I say no. This is the thing with me. His brother, his not brother, his cousin hit me up on the app um an app, and I didn't know who his cousin was, but his cousin knew who I was because she shared my pictures with his cousin. And his cousin told him how to make love to my body because he said it'd been with me before. Remind you, it's all a lie. So I didn't know about this information being shared about me, but we know people lie about people all the time. People lie on bodies, stuff like that. We get it. So His cousin hit me up. His cousin was hit me up, and I didn't know who his cousin was, but he said I want to be with you. I was like, oh, I'm seeing somebody. He said, I know you seeing my cousin. That's a bum. I was like, who are you? He said, you just want to be with somebody that's a bum. He's not even gonna take care of you. He's not gonna do nothing for you. He's nothing but a bum. I was like, who is it? Because I don't no pictures up here. I don't know you, sir, and you telling me your real cousin is a bum. So I'm upset that this information being shared about me, and I'm like, I don't know you. So he sends me his cousin's picture. He said, yeah, that's who you want, that nigga. I said, yeah, I do. He said he don't got no money. I said, I know. Neither do I. He said, all you're gonna do is be with him. You're gonna suffer and go through all different. He don't got shit going for him. He's a bum. I said, I know this. I know he's a bum. I like bums, but I didn't tell him that. But I told him, I said, I have no problem with being a bum. I said, I'll help him get on his feet. He said, yeah, you would try to do something stupid like that. He said, why would you go and try to get a guy that don't have nothing going for himself and then try to fix him up? I said, because he's a human being. Because I met him, because I know him. He been in my house. He spent the night in my house. He stayed in my house for a couple of days. He said he stayed at your house? Yeah. He didn't tell you. He said, well, so I talked to my friend. I was like, your cousin, you told your cousin about me? He said, yeah, my cousin said been with you. I said, I don't know your cousin. Your cousin lying on you. So then I confronted him about it. He told me the truth that his cousin didn't know me. No, I told his cousin he don't know me. So I told my friend, I said, I don't know this man. He said, well, he said he been with you before. Y'all was trading me like baseball cards to see if I was good in the bed and stuff like that. It's funny how y'all trade me like y'all having this whole conversation about me. I do not know y'all. Y'all both having this conversation about me. So lo and behold, but we was already staying with me for like about a week. He was still with me and stuff like that. So his cousin got mad at me. We started arguing back and forth. We was on a three-way. He told me, he said, you want to be with that bum and stuff like that. So we got into a big argument and stuff. And I told him, I said, well, you know what? I'd rather be with him than to be with you. And remind you, the funny part, the cousin has a wife. He has a wife. He's not even single, but he's trying to break him and I up. And we really was just getting to know each other better. But I kind of feel like loyalty is very important to me. So when you're talking about behind my back, you should have shared that with me. He didn't share that with me. So I was kind of upset with him as well. And then but it was perfect for me. But you know, with anything you think is perfect for you, there's always something wrong. I don't like to sing, I don't like to speak something into existence, but I'm aware. I can't just walk around life with blinders on, like, oh, life is just wonderful, life is but a dream. But reality was, I was being betrayed. I wasn't worried so much about his cousin. I was upset behind him. And I was like, how could you betray me and then come over to my house, act like knowing you don't know me? He said, well, he lied. He said he knew. I said, I didn't know him. I don't know him, sir. I don't know him. I don't know you. So me and the cousin got into a big argument. I told the guy, I said, well, your cousin know where I live at. Why don't you just come on over here? I said, we can have a face-to-face conversation. He said, I'll beat you up. I said, come I said, take a chance. Take a chance. Come on, beat me up. Come on, I'll even root for you to win. I said, take a chance. He's like, you don't know nothing about me. I said, it's funny because you seem to know a lot about me, but I don't even know who you are. So it's because he stood there like this, scared as hell. I was like, yo, listen, I fought big bitches before. He's a big man. I'm used to fighting men. I ain't used to fighting women. And the thing about it was because I fought a girl for once. I felt very gratitude, unfortunately, but thank God for the girls that was there. They stopped me because so he would have been another guy that I fought. But I usually don't fight men no more. I try to just walk away because I know my attitude is very detrimental to my soul. So I walk away. I'm a punk. Call me whatever. I'll just walk away. I'm not gonna fight you. And the thing is that if you hit me in my head, I'm going to defend myself. But and the thing is, he didn't defend me. Like this guy's going at it with me over him, and we going back at each other and stuff like that. And I'm like, why didn't you say something to him? He said, well, I don't say nothing. I said, you scared of him? I said, like a little kid, but little kids. I said, if you hit them, they'll bite you. You afraid? That's when I came to them note. I said, you can't fight. And I called her. I said, you know how to fight, do you? He said, I can fight. I said, trust me, you can't fight. Hey, Evelina, what's up, mama? Turned up. Exactly. His cousin really doesn't want this way. This way. Just exactly. Esther, you already know what the deal is. You already know what the deal is. He's one of them DL brothers that's playing this little mind game, and he's probably got a lot of other different girls or whatever out there. And the thing is, I looked on his Instagram. I got his I got his picture of his wife and stuff like that, and I said, well, damn. But we know people gonna do what they want to do anyway. At the end of the day, it is what they want to do. When you decide you want to be with a man or a woman, you have to understand that they come with a past, and it is not all. They best not be always user friendly. They're gonna come with a past and a girlfriend, a boyfriend, or sugar daddy, or sugar mama. You know, so shit. You when you invite a man into your life, you have to understand it's gonna be shit. He's not gonna tell you, but you're gonna pick it up after a while. He's gonna catch on to it. And I told him, I said, so I argued with your cousin for you. He said, well, he's just jealous of me. I said, oh, here we go. It says it's nothing like having a boyfriend that gets real tough when nobody ain't around. I know what a coward looks like. Now, see, you're afraid. Just say that. If you don't know how to fight, just say that. Just whisper in my ear, and I know that if you fight, I have to jump in it because I know you're afraid. I may have to ask you to hold my pocketbook, so clearly you can't do the job. But he's afraid. And I said, I don't promote anything as far as harm. But the reality is, I guess through his life, he never really know how to fight and stuff, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing that he didn't have to fight people. But I had to fight all of my life. I had to fight. I had to fight, and usually more times when I fight, I don't usually go get nobody. I just know who I gotta get. That's me. So, and he's like taller than me, but I think he weigh about a good 200 pounds the most. He's 6'6", so he's like really thin. He could be a model. That's how thin he is. And but he's like the cowardly. He's like what's that called from the Wizard of Oz? The cowardly lion. He's afraid. Like, who hide me, hide me. Oh Lord, please help me. I said, listen, I would never put you in a situation you have to defend me. I would just ask you to hold my pocketbook and watch me go to work. So anyway, he told me he said he wanted to see me today. I said, listen, we're not doing that. Once I read this thing about what a man is supposed to be, which I never thought about before. A woman, in order to have a man, he's supposed to provide and protect. I never got the memo. I never got the memo that a man is supposed to provide and protect. I always been a person providing and protecting. And the thing is, he was perfect for me. I think I got my mannerism is a little too strong, but it's not strong, if that makes sense. It's like a little, it's not masculine, but it's as strong. It's not that I want to be strong, but I had to be strong because a lot of obstacles I've been through in life, and that I had to be strong. I don't want to be strong, but there's nobody's coming on rescue. So guys have been a point where, when guys want to beat me, they want to beat me up. Like we're grown adults and we doing this stuff like in kindergarten. You want to beat me up because I don't beat with you. And it's like, you don't even want me, but the thing is, it's just crazy to me. And he's afraid. So I could never explain him or expect him to be like these tough guys. Now, I've been around tough guys that's really tough, that will weigh you out. But, and the thing is, hey, King, what's up, boo? Mother's live, yes. But he's afraid. I would never make him fight because he's afraid. He's gonna embarrass me. He's gonna get beat up. And they have to say, oh, look, Raven, your man getting beat up. Oh, all my life I had to fight. I'll fight for him, but I'm just. And I have guys that are just like really, really, that's really violent. And I mean, they went to war for me and stuff like that. But the thing is, I don't look for help to do. I've been fighting my whole life. And when it comes down to a man that I know that know how to fight, his energy is different. Now, I've been around God when I used to work with. He was telling all this stuff. He was like, anybody do something to me, I'm going to stop him in the ground. He was like, I'll beat the shit out of somebody. And I listened to him and I looked at him. And one thing about, I'm not trying to be mean, but looking at him, I was like, child, you like a tough guy as long as the person ain't around. You beat him up, won't you? You beat him in the head. You, child, you so afraid. You probably shaking it as you tell your speech. You scared as hell. And he's afraid. And nothing like cowardly dick. It's free. It's scary. Anyway, he's still he's still in love with you, Raven. Does love protect you, but he has been stop being overprotective over you and saying he wants to fight you because oh, you talking about his cousin. His cousin is his cousin and I don't even speak. I'm be honest with you, I wouldn't even know who he is. I wouldn't even know if I've seen him in person. But I know he knows what I look like. But anyway, it's not hard to find me. All you do is go in images, you find my pictures every damn where. I believe that that shows men are just as bad, especially. Oh yeah. King David. All right, color people. Exactly. That's right, King. Hey, Evelina. But you know, the thing about it is, we don't get a choice for backup. We don't get a choice for backup if somebody's going to help us. We know we're the first, the middle, and the end. Nobody's going to help us. You know, if we have to fight, we just have to fight. That's why I won't get my hair braided down. Because when they pull it off, it's coming off. And I just grab my little wig and I'll see my bow here, and I'm going to weigh you out. But that's why I would never get my braids sewed in. I mean, braided in because that's the first thing they're gonna do. Right? They're gonna wrap this. This coming on. When they grab it, it's gonna come off, and then I'm gonna go to work on you. And you're gonna try your damn best to win the fight. And I'm gonna pray you win, but trust and believe it's gonna be a situation. Not saying I'm a tough person because I'm not. I prefer to take the small road of saying, let's just, I'm not going to entertain it. I'm just going to walk away and leave. Now, if I try to walk away from you and you decide you want to bust me in my head, now that's another story. Because I actually did that for this girl. She was she was like 350, 400 pounds. And she came to fight me because I told her she couldn't come into the bar. I said, because you don't have the proper ID. And she got upset with me. And she went and got two guys to fight me. Thank God I had backup, which is in the bar. But and when that's this other girl, that's the reason why I'm holding my camera in my phone. Because if I had to break my camera fighting her, I have a video up here on YouTube. It's called Raw, RAW. You go on that, you can see the day that I fought her. You can see when I got home. It's all on the videos up on YouTube. I fought her, and she weighed about 400 pounds. But the thing is, I was so angry. I was so much. My life has been in shambles and stuff like that, and I was just so going through it and stuff, and I was so depressed. And just because I didn't show it doesn't mean I wasn't depressed and stuff. And I was just going through it. Most time people share the depression. Sometimes people don't. I didn't. But what she did was really messed up. She went and got two guys to fight me. And I'm just getting off of work. I'm tired as hell. And then I have to fight two guys when I got off work. And she said, come here, Raven. So I came. I said, well, she's about to apologize to me for what she did to me earlier. So when I came across the street thinking she's about to apologize, this guy jumps in the window. What's up? What's up? I turn around. This other guy jumps out. I'm like, you set me up. And she walks off smiling. And as I'm saying, this big black bugbear started smiling, walking off. I'm in the middle of on the street in the corner on Christmas Street, and she walks off, leaving me. And these guys about to fight me. Then my customers from the bar saw me outside. They was coming at me. The customers came out the bar coming to protect me. They said, "Oh hell no, you not hitting on Raven." And the thing is, she left and stuff. And at the time, she got away and stuff. And then I think we had Pride, Gay Pride Day, and it was the next day. It was on a Sunday evening and stuff, and I went to New York, and I put on some boots, I had on some heels like this, and I had on a halter top, and I ran into her. She was with another friend of mine. I said, "Why did you do that to me?" And she said, "Do what?" I said, "Why did you try to get me hurt and stuff?" I said, "But I didn't even do nothing to you." That I said, "You couldn't be in the bar because you didn't have proper ID." She said, "Look at me and look at you. I'm young and beautiful, and you old and ugly." I said, "Well, let me just teach you a little ass whooping test." I took my pocketbook. I started fighting this girl on the street. We fighting on the street, and I had on boots and stuff, and I had on these big boots and shit. I had some real big boots on, and I'm fighting her on the street and stuff. So instead of her punching me in the face, she scratches my face up. If you go look at the video on Raw, you'll see scratches on my face. That's the videos I videotaped it when I got home. It was early in the morning. So this girl who saw me, who was on a show, it's called like the this dance show. She was there, and she was like, "Raven, what happened to your face?" I didn't even know my face was scratched up. So she said, "Baby, come." I said, this girl just scratched my face. And then as she said, "Come here." She said, "Who?" She said, "Wait a minute." She called the back. I forget her name. She said, "Come here." So she called the girl back. And then she called the back to where I was at with a bunch of girls and stuff. So I said, "My face is scratched up." She said, so I told this other girl, I said, "Hold my pocketbook." In my pocketbook, I had my camera in the phone because I wish I would have kept it in mine. So I said, "Hold my pocketbook." So she held my pocketbook, and then the girl, I promise you, I'm not lying. She weighed about 400 pounds. She's like big as hell, and she came back up, and I went to work. I went to work her body. So I went to work her body, and I think she thought she was gonna do that girly shit. That's girl like a cat. I went in on her like I, I was going to work on her. And she on the swing and shit. I just went to work on her. I said, obviously, she's not used to fighting somebody as much as I've been used to fighting. So she hits the ground, and I started stomping her in the face, and she started spitting up so much blood, and I kept trying to take her out. So the girl said, "Raven, you're going to kill her. Raven, you're going to kill her." So Raven, stop, you're going to kill her. I said, "That's the point. What the fuck am I fighting for then if I'm not going to try to kill her?" So they was like, "No, Raven, no, please, you don't want to do this." So she's big as hell, but listen, I have anger issues. So when I got on the ground and stuff, I bust her mouth up and everything. I stopped, and then after she got up off the ground and stuff, she was bleeding in the mouth, and face all busted the fuck out. The fucking boots on my face, my hand, my shoe had my boots on, kicking the face and stuff like that. Then it was just an ass whoop because my thing is this: is that you decided to get me killed. You was trying to get me murdered. It's a difference. You was trying to get me murdered by two guys that had nothing to do with this situation. I don't even know where they came from. Then you set me up to come on. You set me up to come across the street to get jumped on, but jumped by two guys. So the thing is, I'm out there and I'm like, okay. So I finished the fight. My heart stop came down. My corset came down, and I fixed it back up. Because corsets don't stay up. And she went and got the cops on me. I was like, it was in New York. So she went and got the cops on me and stuff. And I was still sitting there, had scratches on my face, but I know it scratched up that bad. It's not really scratched up that, but I got good skin because it'll heal quick. Sometimes it heals quickly. So the thing is, I ran into her again. Well, I know that was it. So she went and got the cops on me. The cops came up to me and on the sidewalk. They came over here Christopher Street, and I had blonde hair. Your man was blonde. I was giving it to her secret model, corset and boobies hanging out my damn, you know. So the cops came up to me. They said, "We'd like to speak to you for a minute." I said, "Okay, we got." So I said, "Yes." They said, "We have a girl over here who says you hit her, you jumped on her, and her scars are very visible." I said, "Yeah." They said, "Well, what happened?" Now, remind you, I'm skinny as hell, but she big as shit. So they probably like, "How the hell that happened? She's big as hell, you small as hell." So the thing is that I explained to her, I said, well, I'm a model. I have a contract, so I should be out here fighting. She had a problem with me. I told her she tried to get two guys to take care of me. She was like, oh, okay, well, she like, I guess she said, well, beat her ass, because she know, she said, you did. So after I whooped her ass, and it's weird because I'm not a bully and stuff like that, but it was the fact that you tried to get me murdered that just fucked me up. I was like, because I told you couldn't be in the bar, like you went that far to get me taken out. And the thing about it was, I just couldn't understand it. But that point in my life, I was like, I'm not being cool with nobody no more. I'm only cool with people who's cool with me. But also, I didn't want to back around New York no more because I learned that people, even the ones that look like you, is not cool with you. They be jealous of you and shit, doing shit to destroy you. And it's like I didn't know that. And she's nice. She's like the second girl I got into it with. But at that time, I had a different type of anger. It wasn't to the elevation of it is now. Like my anger is really bad. But my only time my anger is really bad is when you decide you want to beat me up. Other than that, you would never know. I'm just as harmless as they come. That's why people come up to me. That's why little kids come up to me because they know I have no anger. But the thing is, when you decide to take me out, I'm gonna defend myself, and I'm gonna be introducing to you somebody you didn't ever meet before. And most times, I act like I'm tough because I could get it like anybody else. But I just was like, I became so disappointed because I couldn't understand how somebody wanted me murdered. How do you want me murdered? Like I just couldn't I couldn't put it I couldn't put it past me. But I also was before I was doing a lot of murders. I also didn't know a lot of girls were being killed. I didn't know a lot of stuff. I was very green. Thought the world was very friendly and people were more like Kumaya. I didn't know the world was packed with so many devilish people, demonic people. I never lived a life of starting stuff with people. So those energies never came my way. I say to myself when I go outside, I got my hat on, my face is always covered up because I don't want people to get used to seeing my face. And also, I don't want anybody trying to talk to me. I avoid all that stuff because I don't want to bother the energy because men get upset with me and stuff like that, and I can't. And it's like, oh, you can see the bitch, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm a bitch now, or whatever. So you get mad at me because I don't want to give you a play and stuff like that, and all of a sudden different things, and you get upset with me, and then it's like I've been through that before. I don't want to let people get used to seeing my face. I want to just be the kind of person that's go in the world and just disappear. But that's not going to happen because I'm told you can't miss me, and that's how I know that I'm around people. If they can fight, they can't fight. Now with me, I guess a lot of comes within me. I feel as though a lot of people try to try me. I've had this problem my whole life. Is that my friend was like, you just have to start checking people's chin. Check their chin, Raven. Check their chin. I said, but I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. And as soon as I said I don't want to fight, here they come. They're gonna hit me first. I said, oh Lord. So then I'm fighting. I fought in a Victoria's Secret gown. I fought in a corset. I just, and I'm like the biggest punk ever on me. I'm the friendliest person, but in the same breath, I've been through a lot. I've been through a hell of a lot, but you wouldn't know that if I didn't tell you. Most time people say I figured you was stuck up and conceited, that the world revolves around you. That's what they say when they see me. They say I figured you was stuck up. No, I've been through some shit. Just because I've been through something don't mean you have to know my story. Because a lot of times when people saw my pictures and stuff, they never thought I've been through anything. They thought I had a great family, a whole loving family, stuff like that, kumbaya. No, the life that I live is not exactly what they thought. Yeah, so, bro, did you watch the new CD? What was she? Yes, Miss Anna. That's why I love my baby sister. You call the baby sister. I know my sister. My sister be expecting. My sister be on. Anyway, so the thing is, yes, she was. She was. She was like three sisters. She had more than two spirits. She ate the rest. Let me see. She was a big black girl. Also didn't know it was such a thing of colorism. I mean, it just really got bad. There's so much in Austin. I didn't know so much. If you don't really live that life, you don't really know how bad it is. I didn't live that life. When I saw people who were different to me, I stuck by them. I loved them because they were different. I loved them more because they was different. I love the girls that were not passable. I love the girls that didn't try to be passable. I love the girls that was big, big, super big, big, big. I hung around them. There was never a conversation with me and them because I just was so crazy about the fact that they existed. I was so grateful to see them. I saw things totally different than when I saw a guy that was like, little femme or, you know, that was flamey and stuff like that. I didn't discriminate. I was just so happy to see them because there was a link part of me. There was a piece of me, even though they may be better than me or whatever. I appreciate the fact that God created them so I didn't have to go through this life being alone. And they didn't see it that way. A lot of people didn't see it that way. And then my boss used to tell me, "Why do you care so much?" I said, "Because you're gonna make me be alone. I'm gonna be alone. I'm gonna be alone forever." And it hurt me because when I started coming out and I started going to the bars and stuff, I learned a lot. And if you're really not about that life, you really be dumbfounded to everything. I guess they call it gullible or delusional. I just thought people see things differently, but did things differently. I also thought I also used to think that we all brought here in this world to care about each other. If a person falls off the ladder, we try to catch them before they hit the ground. Not to make sure they stay down there, not to make sure they hit the ground and not get back up, not to make sure that we close the door so they can elevate and move forward. I saw things different. And I was very green, gullible, dumb as hell, most people would say. But I didn't grow up that way. I didn't grow up hurting people. I didn't grow up shooting an underdog down. I didn't grow up making fun of people. I didn't do that. It wasn't that way with me. When a person, just like when I was in the hospital with that man hit that girl in the face, I went to the rescue. I went to rescue because I didn't like what happened. And all the guys there go to rescue, but I went to rescue. And he basically ran to the room. They started raping me. They was like, "No, Raven, no going, don't do this, Raven, don't do this, because you're about to get out the hospital." I said, "No." I said, he hit this girl in the face. And I was pissed off. And all the guys were like, "Nobody tried to help her but me." And I'm like, I don't look for other people to help somebody that's in distress or being hurt. Usually that's not a good thing though, because usually we're the ones that get murdered. We get caught. What's it called? The hero always get killed. And the thing is, we get murdered and stuff because we're trying to be a savior to people that don't want to be saved, or it's not they don't want to be saved. It's just that they don't know how to deal with it. And I feel as though right is right, is wrong is wrong, and I'm not always perfect, and I'm not always right. And Raven falls down more than most. I always said it before. Raven falls down a lot, a whole lot. Sometimes I fall down. And the thing is, I think my problem is in life is that I care too much. I think if I was a person that was more cooler, I wouldn't go through a lot of things, but I do. And it's okay, because progress is everything. So I had a dream last night. This is a really weird dream. I had a dream I was in the alleyway. And in this alleyway, it's the second time I just dreamed. It's this house that I keep dreaming about. I don't know why, but it's this house I was dreaming about. And it was in the back of a building. And this guy came out with a knife. He had a knife and stuff in his hand. And I was like, why they got a knife? So it was like a brass knife. It wasn't a silver knife, it was like a brass one. And I picked it up, I had it in my hand. I think it had a green or blue handle, and I lifted it up and I looked at it. It was real heavy though. It was a heavy knife. And I was like, I picked up the knife. He was like around a whole bunch of different other guys and stuff. Now whether it's premonition of something coming or somebody getting stabbed with a very heavy knife and stuff like that. I don't know. But I saw the dream. It was very realistic. And sometimes when I dream about something, I'm actually the person that's doing it in the dream. And I'm actually in the person's mind as it's taking place. But it's not actually me. But I'm just navigating through the person's mind. It's almost like I'm like I what's that called? I went into his body and basically was watching him do things, but I was like shape shifting. I was like a shapeshifter. I was in his body as he was doing things, but I wasn't doing things like he was doing it. I was just inside him watching it. It was like I'm sitting inside like a robot. I'm inside the body, but I'm watching do all these different things, and I'm looking at everything. And he went to the back of the building and stuff, and also was a lot of people in the back of the building, and it was like it was something that must have happened, but I navigated it that I diluted it to almost nothing. So when it was supposed to take place, I stopped it. So it was really weird, but it's like I got into the person's body, and then I navigated it back down to make it down. The value of hate with that person's body, I pushed it all the way down to nothing. So whatever he was about to do and stuff like that, it didn't take place because I diluted the anger and stuff like that down. But it was so real. It was so real. And I don't know. It's just been a lot going on in my dream. And I always believe it's a message in everything, but anyway, exactly. Anyway, y'all. So we're going to speak positivity into the world today. We're going to speak nothing but greatness into the world today. We're going to speak of nothing but good things into the world today because we know that everything is for a reason. We know everything that's dark, we're going to turn into the light. We're going to make everything that's negative become positive. We want to make everything we need or wanted come our way. We're nothing but like we evict the light. We evict the light. We let everything that's positive. Money finds us no matter where we go. Everywhere we go, we should find the things in life. Money finds us. We just sit around. People contacting us that haven't seen us in a while, contacting us, trying to give us money to help us along the way. They don't even know we never really said a thing to them, but God has already talked to them and let them know that you are in the business of being blessed by more money than you ever can imagine. Money finds us everywhere we go because we're sitting on the blessing, and blessing is sitting inside our laps and in our hands and in our arms in our pocketbooks. And we go to just stores and stuff. They're going to be people that's going to be trying to come around and help us and help you along the way. Money finds us no matter where we go. Everything we need in life, we've been praying for. We're going to send it to you as of today. So we speak nothing but goodness, and we evict the light. We evict the light so no darkness can be around us. We evict the light. We evict the light. All the great things that's going to come our way. We evict the light because the Lord knows that we have seen enough dark days, and we know that the darkness is really close and near. And even though we wake up with the positive light, we know that darkness is there waking up with us, and we are very much aware of their presence and stuff. We start thinking negative things. We have to understand that the darkness is coming around us and actually trying to win our thoughts. But we recognize it and we'll never win. You hear me, Evelina? So the thing about it is, we evict the light. We evict the light. Only positive things coming our way. Everything we've been wanting to come our way. Everything we've been praying for. Every job that's trying to find us to give us money to help us along the way. We're going to reach out to you and let it come your way. So I just wanted to pray this over you real quick and stuff. And so put a little positivity into your life and put a little air of positivity in your ear as far as trying to help you along the way. So we're going to speak positive light. We're going to speak positive things. And anything you ever ask for, anything you want, it's going to start finding its way to you. Anyway, I'm about to leave. My time is up. I just want to be in here for not even an hour. I want to do my 50 minutes, and then I am. But I just want to see some positivity because everything is so dark. It's so dark right now. So I'm trying to put some positive light into your ear, in your soul, to add some light into it because there's so much going on in this world. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. We don't know what's happening because the world is still moving forward. We just don't know where it's going. And I just want to make sure you keep that light burning inside your heart and your soul to let you know that you are in control and you have the power in your brain, in your heart, and in your life. We're going to speak nothing but positive light into your soul. Anyway, so I just wanted to share this with y'all. So as you can see, I changed my hair to black. I just didn't feel like doing blonde anymore. I'm kind of over the blonde. I know if people love me in blonde, but I'm just like over it. I really don't speak on it too much because you know if I change my hair, like, whoosh. So I changed my hair a lot, which already I have to tell y'all. I changed it so much I burned my damn skin up. But it's a lot going on in this world, though. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I come on here live and stuff to let y'all know because it's a lot going on in this world. And if I could take a chance to talk to you for a few seconds just to keep your mind staying positive, it'd be a few seconds of greatness to come your way. Because we have to be mindful what we start thinking of really bad things, it start existing. That's really bad. But we have say things that are positive into your brain. You're gonna start pounding in your brain. Good things are finding me. Great things are coming my way. Nothing but blessings is happening to me. I cannot believe I'm being blessed so much. We have to change your mindset of thinking. It is very, very important to change your mindset of thinking. What you speak into light, what you speak into power. Make sure everything about you says nothing but power and light and greatness and monetary value. Let people trying to help you that you never asked them to help you. Anyway, I'm about as blonde as a. So I started back job hunting, and that's very interesting. And I know you're like, but I should have been, but so much has happened to me. And my doctor never called me back. And I still try to go forward and stuff. And, you know, I apply for that. It's funny because it's funny if you be trying to apply for jobs and stuff. And then it's weird. I can't figure this thing out. Like I'm trying to figure out so many different things when it comes to me in job hunting. So I decided to change my resume a lot more than I had it before. So I started changing it differently. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. But at least I tried. Because my resume is different because I don't know what to really put. I don't know whether I should put what I do as far as YouTube. I know what to do as far as professional. Because when I was doing my resume before, they used to tell me put everything. Because you don't know exactly what they're looking for. You also don't know exactly what the human resources or the recruiter is looking for. And if you have a whole bunch of experience in different things, they look at that stuff. I see, I didn't know all that. But you live and learn. You know, everything's a serious stuff for something else. And I never put that before. I never put that on my resume. I never put YouTube or nothing. I just didn't. I just didn't want people to know I did YouTube. I didn't want them to know because I didn't trust the process of things I was doing. And remind you, we're doing it for years. And also, I have a lot of views and stuff like that. I've done like about 4,000 and something videos and stuff. So I have a lot of videos of I reached over 6 million people, 6 million and something people. So I just never put it. I reached a lot of different people and stuff, whether this content or hair content or I did the whole hair thing, how to do hair, how to do weaves, how to. I've done it all. I also did video for acting or storytelling, and did music and stuff like that, like singing and stuff. I'm telling stories by singing, kind of like a musical. I have stories like that, and I've done a whole bunch of different things on the YouTube channel and stuff, and I've done a hell of a lot. So it's some of everything. I did the hair channel, I did the weeds, I also did the singing, also did the keyboards, also did the going live, also did the story time, also did the what if this happened to you, what would you do? I did that already, but I set my camera with that. I went down many different avenues and stuff. Also did stories about people that thought were celebrities or treated them like celebrities and shared their stories, like Cookie Tookie. I shared always there within her. It's a lot of journalism out there within this page and stuff. A lot of girls are being murdered and stuff like that, and how the girls. It's just a lot. It was a lot. I've been doing a lot. Anyway, but and also I never see people talking about this either. I did a lot of trans kids murdered. The parents contacted me. Parents contacted me when I did the little young boy that was father killed him, allegedly. He said he'd rather have a dead gay son, a dead son than a gay son. He killed him, and his mother contacted me, and she was online and stuff like that. She actually contacted me when my mother died, but she's on this channel. Matter of fact, all on my channel because the other little boy mother contacted me too, a trans kid who killed himself. Oh, he killed himself. Quite a few children have killed themselves on this channel, and the mothers have contacted me and thanked me for doing the stories about their kid. You know, and it's I don't want to get too much into darkness because it's too dark and I can't do it right now. Anyway, but so make sure you hit the thumbs up like I'm gonna get paid. That's so funny. I'll be like, make sure you hit the thumbs up like I'm gonna get paid. They're not gonna be able to pay me. They're never gonna pay me. Even when they people used to give me money and stuff, they used to take the money from me. That's when I started my whole. I would put my cash app up there. I would put my cash app, then tell them send it to my cash app because I don't want them to send it to YouTube because YouTube was keeping my money. Then it was like, well, what money? I don't know no money, Raven. What money you talking about? Listen, I'm not gonna argue with you because now I'm like, you know what? Forget about it. Anyway, but I was like, you know what? It is what it is. But I appreciate you all. Make sure y'all got anything to say. Let me know now because my time is running out and I'm about to get off of here. I'm gonna go lay down. I drank some coffee and stuff. And 58:24. Yeah. Anyway, so hopefully everybody's having a good day. Are you protecting your peace? Also, they talked about the two guys that got hung. Delta University was one. His name was Trey Reed. Another boy was hung. Uh, is another, I forget, is a Spanish guy. But I didn't post that one because I'm like, you know what? It's too much. I try not to dibble dabble too much into the dark side because it's really consuming. It's depressing. It makes me very depressed because I'm always have the why factor. And if you're a kind of person like me, you want to know why it bothers you more than it should. Because you can't understand why. Hey, hey, Johnson. How are you, John? So let me tell y'all something. Somebody went up on WhatsApp and then started hitting me up. I was like, I don't know who you are. So I was like, well, who are you? You have a picture or something? They never sent me a picture. They want to have a whole conversation with me, and I was like, I don't know who am I talking to. So the fact that I didn't know who you talking to, I said, if you don't tell me who you are, I'm gonna block you. And sure enough, I blocked them. Let me tell you something. When you do social media, you get everybody attention. You get some of everybody. And that means good and bad, or really bad, or super bad, or stalkers, and you get everything. But when you go live, that means you get some of everything. And I expect that to happen because it does happen. I may not complain about it because I already expect it to happen, but it's mentally exhausting when people take something out of context and become something totally different from what you try to do. It becomes weird. But anyway, because mothers live. Oh, goodness. Anyway, I am going to get ready to go in my room. Uh, oh, I'm tired. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. S Child, Nova, Miss Anna, Miss Daisy, David, Miss Esther, Aunt Esther. See, I'm starting to learn y'all names, which is weird. Oh, all right. Protect your spirit. Talk to y'all later. Have a blessed day.